crazy idea when PSG give Ronaldo to Marseille, fight Messi for the throne of France. Lionel Messi joining Paris Saint-Germain has made the public's attention to Ligue 1 more than ever. PSG is the #1 team of the tournament, but last season they lost the Ligue 1 championship and once again missed the appointment with the Champions League, so the investment in welcoming Messi, Ramos, Wijnaldum, Donnarumma made them even more interested despite having owned there are many top stars like Neymar, Mbappe, or Verratti. Inside, the team sometimes leaked out and known by the press. And playing in Ligue 1 does not seem to be too difficult a challenge for PSG. Unlike Ronaldo, who returned to Juventus 3 years ago, Messi came to PSG while this team had just lost the French throne. But if Ronaldo's Juventus only won 2 more seasons before being knocked down by Inter Milan, and almost fell out of the top 4 last season, in France there really is no team that can rival PSG. The champion Lille is being sold because of a loss, and Lyon and Marseille have long fallen out of the championship candidate status. The French football field is difficult to create competition once PSG is owned by Qatar, because while the capital team can pay more than €1 billion in taxes over the past decade, no team in France can live on the standard. The country's very high corporate tax rate. They only had to sell players to survive, and many businessmen investing in French football became disillusioned, withdrew, and became a lesson that made many other billionaires stay away from the French solution. PSG won Ligue 1 with Messi in the squad would not be glorious. This tournament will only be really attractive if it is competitive. And if PSG also acquires another superstar like Cristiano Ronaldo, is there anything attractive to watch the matches of the continental country? They produce a lot of good players, but most of them have gone abroad to play football, or if they stay, they will also join a very few strong clubs. But the difference between PSG and Lille, Lyon, and Marseille is very large. Ligue 1 will only be interesting if the stars coming to this tournament choose another club instead of PSG. At the peak of tennis, the attraction to the audience is not in the fact that they like Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, or Novak Djokovic, but in the fact that they see the competition between the big 3 against each other. Similar to boxing, with Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman. Derby reenactment? Ronaldo joining PSG will only cause initial attention, and mainly for PSG, and not for Ligue 1. If he chooses to join Marseille, this will certainly be an era not to be missed for French football because the confrontation between Messi and Ronaldo in the old La Liga will be recreated in Ligue 1. Not only that, but they represent the 2 most hostile clubs. It used to be El Clasico, now it's La Classique. The PSG-Marseille feud is quite deep, and speaking of Ronaldo, in 1997 PSG intended to buy the Brazilian Ronaldo from Barcelona, but withdrew because the Canal Plus television station, which owned PSG at the time, was afraid of losing the Marseille fan following. Watching Ligue 1. In 1993, when Marseille was found to be match-fixing, the Ligue 1 BTC proposed to give Marseille's championship trophy to PSG, but Canal Plus refused for the same reason. Marseille is still a fan club in France, but is no longer rich. The owner of Marseille is American billionaire Frank McCourt with a net worth of $1.2 billion. Marseille's transfers rarely exceed 20 million euros. They still have a few talented stars like Dimitri Payet and are enough to make a splash in the European Cup, to the final of the Europa League in 2017. However, McCourt did not sell, and the current Marseille still cannot afford Ronaldo's financial requirements unless borrowing money, which is difficult to do during the COVID-19 season. But in the history of French football, there is a precedent for two main opponents to help each other to create attractiveness for Ligue 1. In 1991, Marseille's boss Bernard Tapie urged Canal+ to buy PSG because Marseille was dominating at that time. Tournaments and even contributed money. As a result, PSG acquired a series of players to turn Ligue 1 into a two-horse race for most of the 1990s, and in that decade both clubs won the European Cup. Ronaldo's return to Marseille is still an unlikely prospect, but maybe like Bernard Tapie, PSG's Qatari owners will generously spend money to bring Ronaldo back to Marseille and create a historic confrontation of football. France? Hard to believe, but completely possible, and that's what should happen, not PSG collecting all the superstars.